No point in beating that dead horse. Luckily for NC State, you should have a week to rest. It's not like you have to face a team who scored 69 points last week. And despite that bad offensive line showing, it's not like you have to face the top edge rusher in the country next week. You'll be fine.
The line of scrimmage. Iamaliava, touchdown pass directly across the middle. Looks left from the pocket, backs out towards the right. Gonna throw for the end zone. It's caught. That's Young for the touchdown. Skill set. 23 yards. The man comes over from Tulane. And Iamaliava, that's another laser. It's Dante Thornton.
You want to know something? NC State sucks. You want to know how I know y'all really do suck? Most college football fans that match up against Tennessee, most teams and their fans have something to say. Oh, well, your team is this and your team sucks and your coach is stupid and your players are dumb and they're all going to get blown out because of this and this and this and this and this. I have not heard a peep from most NC State fans. I say most because somehow there are still morons out there that believe they have a chance. Thankfully, there are a lot of rational NC State fans that have either run off the internet because they know what's coming, or they've already accepted defeat and have said that Tennessee is going to win this game. Don't even attempt to trash talk. But there are some of you dumb enough to come on here and talk about how bad Tennessee, and all you can say is packed by this many number, packed by 100, packed by 12 billion points. Man, Tennessee fans are a bunch of country hicks. And remember that one time we went to the Final Four last year, Squidtard? You know what, since you're so inclined to talk about a different sport, let me let you in on this little nod of information. Did you know that Tennessee has a more recent national title than you? And no, I'm not just talking about our football national title. We'll get into that in just a minute. But Tennessee has a baseball title from this year. Can you say that you've won a national title in any sport this year? No, you can't. Because you are a meaningless program. I find it really baffling, though, how NC State fans are running around calling Tennessee fans country hicks, when most of us are from Knoxville, less than 3 hours away from Bumbleshit, North Carolina, or wherever the hell you live, Raleigh, North Carolina. Nobody cares about that location. It's friendly fire is what you're doing, because you're technically just crapping all over your own fans, too. Most of you are the exact same way. I thought it was impossible to find a country more appalling to live in somewhere like Chattanooga, who we covered last week, 69 points, by the way. You know, I think it's funny that we can beat an FCS team by 66 points, And then how'd you do against your FCS team? I don't know. But anyway, I found it really strange how there was a city more appalling than Chattanooga, that being Raleigh, North Carolina, or whatever the hell it's called. The best thing to do there, the best thing to do in that town is to watch some bum-ass, meaningless program play football or attempt to play football. Like I said, most of you rational fans don't even care about your football team. You're just waiting until the basketball season. That's what you're doing. But some of you out here are sitting there talking about how great your football team is. There is no such thing as a great football team that rides the struggle bus against Western Carolina. That doesn't exist. You can't convince me that you're not scared of this game. Your own team is scared of this game. They pissed down their leg a week before the game. That result did pretty much everything to confirm what most of us rational people already knew, which is that Tennessee is going to absolutely annihilate y'all. It's not even going to be a competition. These are two teams. No. Take that. Two programs so far apart from each other in terms of greatness that one is unrecognizable from the other. We have a more recent natty than you all time, but we also have a more recent natty than you in football. In fact, you don't have any! You don't have any national titles in football! How pathetic is that? If you want to talk about how weak it is that our last conference title was in 1998, yours in the ACC, by the way, which you already know is a complete pile of doo-doo. The crap I took today was more meaningful than the ACC. Your last ACC title, 1979. 1979. Almost 50 years ago. 50 years. You have to go back 45 years to find the last time NC State was relevant in football. You know what might be the most comical thing about all this? Miami has more ACC championship appearances than NC State. Miami has more ACC championship appearances than NC State. That's a program that's never won the ACC, by the way. They have more ACC championship appearances than y'all do. In case you don't know, because of course you don't care about football, let me remind you, the ACC championship started in 2005 when the ACC wasn't a complete joke. Now they're back to being a complete joke. In other words, a complete poverty conference, and you can't even get close to winning it. The only respectable team you had back then, Florida State, has now crapped on their own leg. Most of the other teams in there absolutely suck. Clemson is far past outdated. Virginia Tech, my sleeper pick for that conference, just got beat by Vandy. Hey, while we're on the topic of Vandy, I just want to let you all know, I consider NC State an equivalent program to Vandy. I do. You look at both of those programs, they're completely alike. Man, you're running out of ideas, Squidtard. You don't actually believe that, Squidtard. You know, you can't even talk about NC State no more, Squidtard. That's not my opinion, you morons. That's what ESPN believes. Look at the percentage to win of both games. It's completely even. That's how I know you don't stand a chance. If you're on the equivalent of Vandy, you can't win this game. You just can't. You're the equivalent of Vandy, a program that we've owned. You're no different. You're no different. In fact, we own you all time. Go back to 12 years ago when we last played. Tennessee put the whooping on you then. But you know how you lost. Now, listen, no, I got to get Grill up close to the screen for this one. You got your cheeks handed to you by Derek Dooley. Oh my. You know how hard that is to do? You know how hard that is to get owned by Derek Dooley, but somehow you all have pulled it off. Congratulations. Big hats off to you for that one. Remember that one time in 1911 when we beat you, Squidtard? Sure do. I was sure alive in 1911 to witness that one. The friggin' Titanic, I witnessed that one too. Speaking of Titanic, You're just like that. You're like the Titanic. Your conference is like the Titanic, a sinking ship. The ACC is going down, and you're going to have nowhere to go. You're going to be stuck like Washington State or Oregon State. You better hope that's the case and you get moved to a group of 5 conference. Maybe then you'll actually have a chance at winning the title. Good Lord, imagine they move you all to the SEC or the Big Ten. Even if we were to accept you, that all but guarantees you'll never make a bowl game again. There's nothing about NC State that interests anybody. Your team sucks, your program sucks, your color scheme sucks, you wear the same red that 50% of all teams in the country wear. Your mascot literally looks like a dog that you just picked up out of the street and called it a mascot. There's nothing recognizable about that. If you were to put a picture of your mascot up on the screen and talk to a non-football fan and say, hey, you know who this mascot is? They look at you and go, that ain't no mascot. That's just some random dog. Despite that, though, your dog is cute enough to where it carries the entire program, so I guess hats off to you for that. You're losing tomorrow, NC State. I know you don't want to believe it, for those of you who actually think you stand a chance, but you're losing tomorrow. Everyone knows it. I know it, ESPN knows it, all of our fans know it, and you know it too. And yes, even Vegas knows that you're losing. Last week, before y'all crap yourselves against a team called Western Carolina, the spread was 4 in favor of Tennessee. 4 points in favor of the Vols. Not by a lot. You know what it's up to now? 10. They not only doubled it, but did further than that. They've nearly tripled the spread in favor of the Vols. My Lord. Imagine an NC State fan right now putting money on the Wolfpack to cover. Imagine that. You might as well just come out with a statement saying, hello, I hate money. You're about as good with your money-making skills as you are with reading comprehension. I've seen so many posts on Twitter of Tennessee fans telling you all the reasons that you're going to win, and you're too stupid to read it. So here you are going, I don't care. Pack by 10. Pack by 15. Pack by 100. Pack by 55. How about I pack my big orange nuts all over your face? Because that's what's coming for you. We are going to pack the whooping of an absolute lifetime on the NC State Wolfpack. You can bet that. Go Vols, baby. We'll see you tomorrow. Woo!